Hey everyone, Dennis K here. It is Friday, March 20th, 2020. Just wanted to do my daily review and giving everyone an update as to how things are going along here in France. First of all, for all our family and friends and loved ones out there, hope you're staying safe, hope you're doing well, and following the guidelines and the directions of the various governmental authorities and the doctors and the medical professional who are working hard in all of our behalfs to keep us safe. Steph and I have again been in the house today. It's our fourth day of our in-home quarantine. I was able to leave briefly this morning, just briefly, to run to the grocery store and pick up a few more items that I felt we needed. And plus, just to generally add to the stock. We had prepared well before this, but it looks like the numbers are starting to increase dramatically. So I'm going to be going out less and less in the coming days. Everything non-essential, not even for exercise. I think I'm going to be staying in a lot more and staring at those kettlebells and swinging those around for a bit each day to keep myself active. But things are changing, and it got me thinking. We're in this for the long haul. It's no longer just a 2-week or 3-week quarantine. I think we're going to be looking at several months. And I was wondering if most people, when this is all over, if they're going to try to go back to the same sort of life they had before, or if this event would change them in a good way, or if they would just struggle and regret that they don't have the same life they had before. Many people will probably lose their jobs. They might burn through some savings. They might have to adjust the way they're living, might have to simplify quite a bit. And is that a bad thing? Most people use this as an opportunity to adapt and pivot and change gears. And what I mean by that is in 2002, Steph and I were living in the United States in Michigan, had a very comfortable life. We were both working. We had a house on the bay. We had cars in the driveway. We had boats. We had all the luxuries that anybody could want. But, we weren't really happy because those things didn't bring us happiness. What we wanted was freedom, more time to spend with each other, more time to do the things that we wanted to do, to be involved in the volunteer work that we do on a weekly basis. And we found that, living in the States came with a lot of peer pressure, social pressure to have what everybody else has. And as we started to travel more, one of the main reasons we looked at moving to Belize was to simplify. So we sold the boat, sold the cars, sold the house, sold the furniture, moved into a little apartment and saved some money. And then one day just left it all behind, everything. Quit my job, ended up moving to Belize, lived in the mainland for a while, went back and forth between Belize and the States to work a bit, and then ended up in the island of Ambergris Caye, where we lived full-time for, I think it was 10, 11 years, and had a fantastic life there. But again, looking for the next adventure and looking to do something else. I read Tim Ferriss's book, The 4-Hour Work Week, and I realized that we could be completely free as far as work went if I could just find a way to make money online and be able to work from anywhere in the world. And that's when I really started to look at how can I service my clients, how can I give them information, how can I generate a good living and good income working online that would enable us to live not just in Belize, but anywhere else in the world that we want to live. And what this does, this opens up tremendous amounts of freedom. So right now, people are learning, maybe for the first time ever, how to work from home. Their companies have sent them home. They said, look, you're going to be working at home for the next month or 2 or 6 months. But after this, I think you're going to see a lot of skills come out of this. People are going to learn how to use email more effectively, video more effectively, platforms like Skype for Business and Zoom and some of these others. And they're going to like that freedom that they've experienced. They don't have those long commutes. They're free to work at home, to be with their family, to take breaks. And then they can take that skill set and then maybe pivot into another sort of career or a way to make money online. And they can do that in the United States, but here's where it gets interesting. They can also take this new skill set and use this anywhere in the world. For example, some of my friends are living in Spain, in Germany, in Bali, in China. They're living all over the world, and they've been able to do that and have a fantastic life working online wherever they want, from Starbucks, from home, from their couch, from their bed if they want, or if they want to go to a cafe, an internet cafe, which is what I do sometimes. But it's a fantastic way to not only to improve your quality of life, to see the world and to experience different things and to travel, but also to greatly cut down on your expenses. Hopefully the sun isn't bothering you too much here. Let me try to move back. There we go. Yeah, so, for example, we have not owned a car in 15 years. So no car maintenance, no car insurance, no upkeep, no gas. Imagine that huge monthly expense, that annual expense that comes with having a car being completely wiped out. In Belize, healthcare was extremely affordable. Doctor's visits, maybe $20. Prescriptions, very cheap. Even surgeries at the private hospitals were extremely inexpensive compared to the U.S. Here in France, it's the same thing. Our doctor's visits are $25. Our medicines are cheap. Healthcare I have through Cigna, which is a global healthcare platform, so it covers me in any country in the world, and it is less than half of what I would have to pay if I lived in the United States. Other things too. Let's say talked about the car. Oh, taxes. Once you leave the United States, as an American, you still have to pay some taxes, but you don't pay any state tax and you don't pay any federal tax as long as you and your wife together don't make over $190,000 a year. Well, you can live pretty good on $190,000 a year, pretty much anywhere in the world. You can certainly live on a lot less than that. So, for example, say you're at home right now, you have a home-based business, and you're making $100,000 a year. Well, in the United States, you're taxed at a certain percentage. Now, imagine being able to move to a country like Belize or France or Bali or somewhere else where all of a sudden your taxes just get cut down by, say, 80, 85%. What would you do with that extra money? Not only that, but sometimes you move to these other countries, you don't have that social peer pressure to perform or to have what everyone else around you have. For example, in Belize, I used a bicycle or a golf cart to get around. There was no buying a Mercedes or BMW, things like that. I didn't feel like I had to wear the same clothes as everyone else in the States was wearing. Got to wear just my t-shirts and shorts and flip-flops. So there comes a freedom with that, not having to keep up with the Joneses. It can offer you some tremendous opportunities. So anyways, I was thinking about that today because, looking out my window here, some people are working from home, some people aren't working at all, and some people have gotten laid off, don't know what they're going to do. So now is a good time. If you haven't done it already and you're interested in this type of lifestyle, read Tim Ferriss's book, The 4-Hour Workweek. Get it on Audible if you need to, because maybe they won't ship the book to your house right now, but find a copy online, listen to it on Audible, and then think, how could you entertain some sort of career where you're using your laptop to make money? This could be a coach, a mentor, teaching English. You could be offering to build websites, doing graphics, anything like that, even doing what I'm doing. I'm a real estate investor in Belize. So I live in France, travel back and forth to Belize, but I live in France. I sell real estate investments in Belize to Americans and Canadians. So basically I'm dealing with basically 4 countries. Canada, United States, Belize, and I live in France. Because what I learned was something very important years ago. I was by the radio real estate guys, and they said, invest where the money makes sense, but then use that money to live your life. So invest in Belize, and then use the returns from your Belize to live anywhere in the world or however you want. And so that's what I tell my clients who are looking to buy property there. So there you go. That's my update for today. Things aren't looking too good as far as the coronavirus goes. It's spreading, it's growing. We don't know what the impact is yet. But again, as I've said throughout these 4 days, and I'm a big believer in, we can use this time wisely so that at the end of all this, when this passes through, we come out bigger, stronger, more equipped, with a positive attitude, and we continue to live life to the fullest. All right, thanks a lot. You guys be safe out there. Wash your hands. We'll talk to you soon. Cheers.